So Arun is saying that this proclamation does not do much to mitigate the fraud and abuse. Significant reforms are required to prevailing wages definition and drastic action to curb Desi consultancies is needed.
Okay, so Arun is making his viewpoint clear. Okay, yeah, agreed. I'm not sitting here and saying there isn't some sort of revisions and reform that's absolutely needed. Yes. Is there fraud and abuse? 100%. Absolutely. Is this the way to do it? No. I agree with you. This is just really not going to do it. Does there need to be a complete overhaul of the program from top down with people who are informed and intelligent and knowing about what the program is and how it actually works in reality? Yes, I agree. And you know, I will also say that every Desi consultancy is not horrible. Okay, yeah, there are some bad players, absolutely, and there are a lot of good ones out there too. It just the bad ones seem to get the spotlight, and that's why you hear about it.
That's right. That's very well said. Okay, so I think thank you so much, Nandini, for taking up these questions very patiently and explaining them in a very wonderful way. And now I think I have more questions for you, and those questions I'm going to take from our Facebook group because there also our viewers have joined and they're continuously posting, their queries regarding the topic. So I think, with your permission, can I go ahead and take up those questions too?
Absolutely. Let's go.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay, so this is the first question that I got from Akil Muhammad, and Akil Muhammad is saying that I hold a H-1B visa and planning to travel to USA. Do I have to pay the $1 lakh fee?
Hmm. Okay. Akil, be mindful, be careful. We don't have clarity yet. You're not here. This whole fee is absolutely about barring entry into the US. Even though you have a valid visa, I would hold. I would not have you travel if you can avoid it until I know for sure, or we all know for sure that if you have the visa in your passport and it's based on an application that was approved before September 21st, it doesn't apply to you, then only I would actually say to go. On the basic reading of what we're seeing between all the different, you know, things, you probably are not subject to it. You are my client. I would say I can't give you 100%. And I always like to give my clients 100% if I can, assurance that if they're going to be traveling. So, but if you're asking me if I'm a betting woman, I would say I don't think it's going to apply to you on this. But go with smartness, go with intelligence, go with understanding, go with paperwork, go with, all of this printed out so you're ready when you have to board the plane or when you have to deal with CBP here in the US.
All right, that's right. I think now it's time to be extremely mindful and very cautious. So, Akil, just be like that. And as our attorney has advised you, hope it is going to really help you out.
And,
Okay,
and
let's.
here's
Yeah.
oh, one thing, I just want to make something clear to Akil. It is not you that pays that 100,000. It is the company that has to pay the 100,000. So keep that in mind. All right. This is not for the beneficiary of the H-1B petition to pay. So you, if somebody's traveling, you need to be in touch with your employer and make sure that they're comfortable with what you're doing and stuff because the fee is going to hit them, not you. Even though you will be sitting in secondary or wherever waiting for that fee to come through, but it's them that has to pay it. So don't travel without having, your employer be aware of all of this kind of stuff.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think that is a very important thing, Nandini, that you have reminded us all. And I think this is also confusion that Akil, I think he is having right now because he said that he has to pay. So thank you so much, Nandini, for clarifying that. And with that, let's move ahead with our next comment question that we have. Arpan is here. Arpan is asking, I'm currently in India to get the stamping for my H-1B extension. I got my visa approval months before. My OFC interview has been completed and I have my consular interview in the coming week. So will I be affected with this new $100,000 rule?
Again, not 100% clarity on this. The way it's reading, no. Okay, that's my first answer to you. It looks like if you would not be affected because you already had a visa before, you were previously in the United States, you're coming for stamping for an extension, and the guidance or of whatever stuff they're putting out there says you most likely not. But it is not 100% clear what they because what they actually mean, because they're using too many words interchangeably, and we can't understand what their thinking is when they say petition versus visa versus people
Mhm.
outside versus new petitions. We don't know 100% what they mean by it. But as I told the other person, if I was a betting person, I would say most likely not, that you would not be subject to this. And again, you're going to go for stamping, you're going to your interview, you're you know, you'll find out. Honestly, it's going to they're going to be like, where's the check from your employer if they're going to actually impose this on you. But I don't think they're going to. I think you'll be all right.